Hey, wrestling fans, this is Horsepower Hunter Sampson, and you are listening to the State of Maritime Wrestling podcast, pal.
This is the truth, the voice, the sound, the soul of the scene, where hearts are crowned. Connor Cook's name shakes the battleground, 'cause it's the State of Maritime Wrestling. No script, no mask, just heart and steel. He shows the world what makes it real. Maritime war cries will never die, as long as Connor stands nearby.
Hello and welcome to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast with your host, the Maestro of the Maritimes, the authority of the Atlantic, the voice, the truth, and the soul of the scene, the Maritime Wrestling scene. Ladies and gentlemen, not to brag, but here we go. It is the Maritime Wrestling Superfan, Connor Cook. I am here and in the house, always here to keep everyone covered on all the news, on upcoming shows, and here to interview all of your favorite indie wrestlers across the maritime provinces of Canada. And here to talk about big matches, lots of your favorite indie wrestlers, and here to cover all the news in the maritime wrestling scene. So for this week's episode on the podcast, I would like to say a big thank you to the NBWA River Valley Champion, Horsepower Hunter Sampson, for the intro to kick off this week's episode for the podcast. And I have a lot of great things to say about Horsepower Hunter Sampson. He's really amazing in the ring, and I'm really love seeing him. Like seeing gold on him, especially he actually has held the NBWA tag team champion titles with Scotty Crew and a lot more. So yeah, it's pretty big. I really enjoy watching him. He's really over in CCW, over in Island, IHW, just over. And especially one of the great talents from Marishi. Always super awesome watching him in CCW, right? Whether it's in singles matches or like when he teams up with Butter Love or like Rugged Rick Owens for the tag team division. I just have lots of great things to say about him. But for this week's episode, there's like two shows that were going on. Saturday, February the 28th. They had like Island Pro Wrestling Final Frost at the PEI Brewing Company in Charlottetown, PEI. Then they had Superstars of Wrestling had their wrestling. Superstars of Wrestling and St. John Sea Dogs had their wrestling night hockey game at the TD station where we got to see Uh, two former WWE and TNA uh, wrestling stars, the Man Beast, Rhino, and their masterpiece, Chris Masters. And so I'm going to start off with the results from Ireland Pro Wrestling Final Frost, starting with the VIP match, the portion of the show. The Ultimate Female, Stormy Hale, beat Salem Wilder, who was making her IBW debut. The Ghost, Ricky Mortis, beat the Big Bad, LG, Logan Green, in a lumberjack match, which had a lot of guys from the roster like August Ochoa, Matt Chevron, Sebi, Daniel Wall, and all your favorite IPW guys from in IPW. Then for the main card, we kicked off with the in-ring segment from Fort City's finest, Caden's Maritime, where we brought in the Mauler, James Manning. Then we started off with, after that segment, we started off with a tag team match with AWOL beat Demonic and Femin, who was Demonic's mystery partner. Then it was the second match was the Open Champion PEI Championship match challenge for Rugged Rick Owens, where who stepped up was none other than the big hitter with all the glitter. He has the peaks no one can defeat. He is this rope running rocket in the squared circle, the Cadillac of cardio, the big hammer with all the glamour, the ultimate male, Zane Valentine, accompanied by the ultimate female, Stormy Hale. He stepped up to take on Rugged Rick Owens for the PEI Championship, which Rugged Rick Owens successfully retained, beat Zane Valentine, and successfully retained. Then we had the dog collar match. The one, Spike Esty, finally beat the Albertan Clipper, Chevron, in a dog collar match. Now, I'd say this was match of the night because, man, one spot, Spike Esty got beat, I think, and he started bleeding from the forehead, I think, or something. They actually fought out, jumped over the barricade and fought from the outside the barricade, which was crazy. And yeah, I like how the feud ended with this one Spike SC finally beating Chevron, because they have been they've been building up the hype for the feud for a while, since this specific match. Oh my gosh, I was ready. I was rocking. I was wearing the Spike SD t-shirt that I was rocking while watching the live stream. And then we had, I believe, we had Ron Schimmel versus August Ochoa. August Ochoa beat Ron Schimmel, which was pretty freaking good. I have a lot of great things to say about August Ochoa. Man, dude is a freaking good heel. And I have to say, he is super good at getting the heat. Oh my god. One time, I think, during this match, I think he went to one of the fans in the audience, and I think one of them threw water at his face. And Ron Schimmel grabbed him and held him and let the fans spray him with the bubbles. That was just so funny, but it's always good, also nice to see Ron Schimmel. One amazing talent and one heck of a powerhouse from Nova Scotia. Really amazing. But yeah, you gotta have the real and the raw, the international draw. August or crawl. That does rhyme. That's pretty friggin' good. And then we have like intermission. Where well, we had the Chop Up Pirate with Sebi. I gotta do a freaking yeah buddy in him, man. I love the guy, dude. Yeah, buddy. But anyways, Sebi brought out the big bad Logan Green and to play some pop Chop Up Pirate. And dude, it was a good little something new. It was something new for the wrestling scene, which was awesome. And man, like Sebi got, I think LG, Logan got chopped, lost. I think Logan lost the first round, so Sebi had to chop the crap out of him. And then I think Sebi lost, and so he got chopped, and then I think Sebi lost again until Janet Wall came up and attacked Sebi with the chair from behind, which was something. And I think there was a storyline there with Sebi, I believe, but then hear the news or just hear that Sebi turned babyface. But yeah. And then we had Giant Orion successfully beat Jason Boa and successfully retained the IPW Heavyweight Championship. And the two powerhouses. Oh man, they're both two powerhouses, dude. Amazing talent, especially. Really good. And then we had for the main event we had the Vandal Chantal beat Ronnie Payne and win the 30-minute Iron Woman match. So some people said, I'm not gonna name names, but some people were saying, "Oh, this match could have been too long or way worse or so and so." But it is what it is. It's their opinion. I have my own opinion, but especially for two amazing ladies putting their bodies on the line to entertain us. Like that's like big. And like I don't take criticism. Like no offense. I'm not like the point of this podcast is mainly to be freaking positive and talk about positive stuff about like the maritime wrestlers, the referees, and the matches and stuff. All things positive, no criticism, no nothing. I have so much respect and love and passion for all the talent, the incredible talent all across the maritime provinces of Canada. And then we had Superstars of Wrestling, St. John's Sea Dogs. We had, I believe, the man Wesley Pipes took on the Man Beast Rhino for the AIWF Canadian Heavyweight Championship, for which there was one spot that I saw where Wesley Pipes got speared. Rhino speared freaking Wesley Pipes onto the door that was leaning on the turnbuckle with the help of Fleaburn, who is the mascot for the St. John's Sea Dogs. Pretty freaking Wesley Pipes almost got a hold of that mascot there. Then I think that Wesley Pipes still retained the AIWF championship. I didn't get any results from that, but and then Dick Durning beat the masterpiece Chris Masters, successfully defended the Superstars Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. So I don't think we don't see Dick Durning losing this title. I think he'll still have a good title reign. He'll have a good run with the title, some good feuds, and I don't think we're going to be seeing. I don't think Wesley Pipes loses the AIWF Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, it's pretty cool how they are doing hockey and professional wrestling, which is awesome. It puts new eyes for the maritime wrestling scene, so that's pretty big. So yeah, and that was about the shows, the results from that. Now for the upcoming shows. Coming up this Saturday, March 7th, we got North Pro 2 shows. North Pro Canadian Wrestling Uncharted Waters at the Titan Board Ballroom in Moncton. In Kaizen Pro Wrestling, March of the Machine at Alderney Landing Theatre in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. So, with North Pro Uncharted Waters, they have announced the VIP match, or some of the matches, which had, they first announced the undisputed North Pro title match for Rudy Lockhart, to put the belt on the line against his former tag team partner, Dayton Cameron. So he will be returning to North Pro. We haven't seen Dayton Cameron in a while since him and Rudy teamed up. So that's pretty big. But also, they announced the VIP match after that match, after the other week, which the VIP matches are Chocolate City versus the Durnings, and then the Ghost, Ricky Mortis versus Kevin Breen, North Pro Northern Star number one contenders match. And then we got the announcement of the Northern Star Championship match where Dawson James will be defending the title against Justin Turnbull. Then the main event is going to be the Highlight Heathens, the Pro Wrestling Ontario Trios Champions. The Highlight Heathens take on the debuting DTN, which is going to be pretty big, especially a lot of big debuts. We've seen Chocolate City before in Superstars of Wrestling in the tag team. I don't really think we haven't seen Kevin Breen, DTN, or even Justin Turnbull. And then I might be going to that show. Hopefully. But also, yeah. So I might or might not be at that show, but we'll see. I'll see. And then that same night with North Pro Uncharted Waters, we got Kaizen Pro Wrestling March Up the Machine will be happening that same night. Sebi will be taking it at getting an opportunity for the Kaizen Pro Wrestling Championship against Joey White for the Kaizen Pro Wrestling Championship match. Then we got the announcement for the tag team match. Bobby Boyette teams up with Kobe Christ, and they will be taking on Ryan Schimmel and Jason Boa. And then from an interview I did with one of the amazing talents from there, Evan Gibbons, he told me that he said that there's going to be a triple threat match with him. Evan Gibbons will be taking on Matt Kerr and Ken Frazier in a triple threat match. And so that's going to be pretty good. The Kaizen graduates match. And we're definitely going to see a lot of other guys from Kaizen. Well, like, of course, Ian Pratt, Justine Ward, James Ryder, a lot of your favorite talent wrestlers from Kaizen. And then UCW March Madness and Mayhem will be happening March 14th at the Spryfield Lions Rink in Spryfield, Nova Scotia. For the VIP, we will be having Lincoln Steen taking on the debuting Dry Sterling, who will be making his UCW debut. So Trice is actually getting a lot more opportunities in all the other promotions, so that's pretty good. The Hollywood Heathens will be defending the UCW Tag Team titles against the Newfoundland World Order, which is Max Power. No, is it Dawson James or Max and Joey White? I think no, it's no. Dawson James takes on Trezenko, Max Power and Joey White, and that's one of the other matches. And also TNA Wrestling star and former tag team champion Heather by Elegance will be there. Will be at that show. Anthony Deuce Harlan will be taking on with Mr. David A. Boyce. Will be taking on Create a Wrestler, and then the main event is JP Sims with Mr. David A. Boyce versus Dick Durning, the ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning, and Jonathan Cross. And then we're going to see like all your favorites, UCW Atlantic Canadian Champion Rudy Lockhart, UCW Heavyweight Champion Chip Chambers, and a lot of your favorites. The sensational Madison Miles, and many more. Then for March 21st, Capital City Wrestling will be having their Clash 43 Let's Dance at the Capital Exhibition Center in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Where there was no matches announced, except for the main event that we already saw on the card for the main event being Larry Horowitz and Rugged Rick Owens. They will be taking on Money Talks, Big Bad LG, Logan Green, and Kerry Killam. And then your NBWA River Valley Champion, Horsepower Hunter Sampson, NBWA Tag Team Champions, Ace Dynasty, Shino, Patrick O'Neill, The Ultimate Male, Zane Valentine, Wanda Daryl Ray, Taylor Risen, Salem Wilder, Stormy Hale, Matt Strong, Nick Strong, and all your favorites in CCW will be in action. Then, on that same night, Superstars of Wrestling will be having their Luck at the Draw, which will be back at the RCCG Pavilion of Redemption Church in St. John, New Brunswick, where the VIP match was announced with Wesley Pipes taking on Bobby Ocean, defending the AIWF Canadian Heavyweight Championship again. Excuse me. Or, I don't think he will. No. Then, the Ace of the Maritimes, your Superstar of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Ace of the Maritimes, Dick Durning, will be defending the title against the Giant Orion. Then, Conch Sensei Alex Robbins will be taking on the Maritime Luchador Fantana, which is going to be the final match for the brand new Superstars of Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship for the finals. So I'm thinking we're going to see the Maritime Luchador Fantana get the gold, because Alex Robbins is newer, but it would make sense to put like gold on either like the Maritime Luchador Fantana and have him defend the belt against like Rudy Lockhart and Trice Sterling and Alex Robbins and so and so throughout all the shows until the specific match where he has like I think Rudy tries to distract him and like yeah. and makes him lose the title, which I think would be understandable. And then, yeah, that was all. No other matches were announced. Get your tickets for both CCW, um, Clash 43, Let's Dance. VIP tickets are still available. Get your tickets to Superstars of Wrestling, Luck Up the Draw, and also J Post Championship Wrestling will be having their will be having their wrestling live wrestling at the Parkside Pub and Smokehouse in Dartmouth, where we're gonna see lots of big matches like the small Max Power versus Maurice Power, the smallest ladder match, which it's gonna be like there's gonna be like a power tie on top. So I think this is pretty cool. And then Chip Chambers will defend his Maritime Heavyweight Championship against J.P. Sims, accompanied by Mr. David A. Boyce and Anthony Deuce Harlem. The Kid Rudy Lockhart will be taking on the Ghost Ricky Mortis. Big T takes on the sensational Madison Miles. For the Madison Miles Big T match is going to be a number one contenders match for the Parkside Championship. Jonathan Cross will be defending the Parkside Championship against Hollywood Cole. And then March 22nd, we're going to see Davo's Championship Wrestling, Royal Rumble at Mount Unaki, Fire Hall, and at Mount Unaki, Nova Scotia, which it's going to be a lot of big matches. Going to see the family, which is Anthony Deuce Harlem and the J.P. Sims take on Chip Chambers and Jonathan Cross for the first time. And we're also going to see Madison Miles versus Max Power for the first time. And specifically for this match, it's going to be a winner draw. Like, whoever loses, whoever wins the match draws number 10. And whoever loses draws number 1. Then you get, for the first time ever, you see the Ghost Ricky Mortis versus Big T. Then Hollywood Cole will be taking on the Kid Rudy Lockhart. And lots more. So, there's a lot of big matches. And so for the shows that I will be attending for sure, I will be hopefully going to the North Pro Uncharted Waters event this Saturday. And I also will be hopefully going to CCW Clash 43. Let's Dance. Going to be bringing a good friend of mine. Especially going to take him to his first wrestling show, which will be good. Also, interview with Evan Gibbons will be out on YouTube the same time as this. So make sure to go check the interview out. I got a lot more big interviews. I got a lot of more big interviews planned for the podcast for the week. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to don't forget to follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button. Turn on your notifications for when more episodes and interviews come out on the podcast. And make sure to subscribe to the State of Maritime Wrestling podcast for all of the news in the maritime wrestling scene that I cover. Thank you all so much for your continued support on the podcast. It really means a lot to me. If I didn't do this podcast, I would have been here without all of your support, you guys' support. And thank you all. And stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in to the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast. New episodes available every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Atlantic time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the State of Maritime Wrestling Podcast on social media for all of the news on upcoming shows, interviews with all your favorite maritime wrestlers, and a lot more news in the maritime wrestling scene. Thank you all for your continued support on the podcast, and have a great night.